Well, it's time for another Bluick update, and as you may have guessed, it's not a good one. Was at the car show, like I go to every Tuesday with Tollboy when he was here visiting, and the show was over, so I went to come home, and I put the lights on, and everything's fine. And as I'm driving home, I'm just noticing that I'm not really seeing that well. And when I got home, I could see the reflection of the taillights on the fence, and they were like pulsing. Boom, 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 boom. I said, oh shit, I know what that is. That means the headlights aren't on, and I didn't see the headlights, you know, on the stuff across the street there. So, the headlights stopped working. Now, this had happened once before, and it just magically went away. So that was rather odd. So anyway, I decided that hopefully this will go away, but I haven't driven it. It's been like 2 weeks now since I've even started it. And I just did some cursory troubleshooting. First and foremost, there's a wire here that is not connected. I don't get power on that when I use the test light, when the lights are on or off. And now I have it so the lights actually come on, but they don't fold down like they're supposed to, which obviously doesn't do anybody any good. This is all a SAL wiring fuck up, is what this is. This green wire and this relay, this was here when I got the car. I just replaced the relay with a known good working relay, and that made no difference. I just followed exactly the same terminals. Checked everything here. All the connections seem fine. Checked everything here. This green wire runs down, and you'll notice it's here. Now, in previous videos, you may remember that green wire was hastily connected there. Now, that's a little odd, and I don't know what that wire is for. I guess it's for the motor assembly. It looks like it sort of plugs in, goes across, and a couple wires go in and out of the motor there, which I guess is that assembly there. I tried jostling the lights, you know, like this, and you know, maybe it didn't hit a limit switch or something, and that didn't seem to work either. But an interesting thing I did find, which really scared the crap out of me, was this green wire. Now, first of all, this is not a proper connection. This was just wrapped around that. No electrical tape, no nothing. And that certainly is not going to make for a good connection whatsoever. So, bad. Definitely bad. And as I had the lights on and I was monkeying around with it, I just wiggled the wire. It was still wrapped around there, and smoke started to come out of it. And this green wire started getting pretty hot. I said, oh shit, and made a run for the switch in the car to shut the lights, and I think I got it. You know, I could feed it out. I don't think there's a break in the wire because I've definitely moved it. See, what would happen is, like, if it's here, it could rub, and eventually rub through the insulation and get, you know, cut there, and then make a connection to ground where it's not supposed to. Then you'll have a short circuit if that's a hot wire. So something's fucked somewhere. So I'll show you what I got. I just put the lights on, and you have your headlight and your headlight, your marker lights, as you can see, but they're not folding down. If I put the high beams on, the high beams come on as well. But this wire, if I touch, see that? And when I do that, watch the light. I think it just bounced off the circuit breaker there. Something really bad, and it gets hot. So I don't know what the fuck happened. I didn't do anything wrong. It just stopped working just because just to fuck me over. So now I don't have headlights and I can't see to drive at night either. Not that I want to drive this at night, because not for nothing, these headlights suck. Well, you can't really see it when it's on. I don't know how original or not they are. I understand this T3 business here, if you can make that out, might be an original bulb, but I don't know. I had replaced this one. It says halogen right there, and I'm sure these headlights have been replaced over the years, but I never did. And as these bulbs age, they grow dimmer and dimmer and dimmer, especially if they're not of the halogen variety, and I cannot quite tell in there at all. So yeah, now I don't have headlights either. Wonderful. But at least it's not bouncing off the circuit breaker, overheating wiring, and causing all sorts of bad shit to happen. Theoretically, I could loosen this and loosen that and manually rotate the headlights down, but it worked. I can't imagine it's anything other than a wiring problem or something like that, so I don't even know anymore. But I'm thoroughly not thrilled. I have to get some electrical tape and just put around that just for how it was, and that's really it. But I guess while we're here, just because I haven't started it in so long, we will start it up. Just for shits, because, oh, you're not home? You won't fucking know. Now I just want to pause here and speak a little bit more about the headlights. The relay that I replaced is one relay. There's another one, and if you look carefully in this picture in the lower right hand corner, you'll see some other green wiring, and there's a mysterious relay there. So I have some more work to do. It could simply be that relay is bad. Now, no difference with the misfiring on startup and all of that great shit. I went back to the carbonator Dick, and he went and he dialed this thing in. You know, we had the air cleaner off, and he had this really nice adjustment tool where you could turn it here and it turns down there, and he dialed it in. He didn't move it much, so I must have had it pretty close. Anyway, everything was great. Everything was great. And I left, and I start driving home, and I had the whiff with me, and we're driving, not even on the highway yet. And I said, "Do you feel that?" She says, "Oh yeah, it's running tons better than it ever used to." And that's from somebody who doesn't know jack shit about cars. She says, "I can tell it's running a lot better than it did." So I don't know how off I had this thing, but it couldn't have been much, because he really didn't twiddle those controls too much. But it ran like a fucking $1 million. I was like, oh, fucking finally. And he told me what to do as far as the misfiring at startup. It has to do with the choke, and I'm scared shit to do it. That's neither here nor there at this point. I'm not even that concerned at the moment. Anywho, driving great. We got on the highway. We drove. It's about 18, 20 miles, something like that. We drive back. And then, you know, you get off and you're on the city streets like this. So we're on the streets, and we're going, and I get to the main road there. This is coming back, and there's 2 lanes each side, so 4 lanes in total, plus a middle turn lane. So I'm waiting there to make my left turn, and waiting, and there's cars, and I'm waiting, and there's cars, and now there's a truck that shows up behind me. So now he wants to go, but I can't go because of traffic, so he knows that much. And finally, it was time that it was clear. I step on the gas, and the car goes putt, 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 stall. And there I am, blocking the 2 first lanes and part of the turning lane. I said, oh shit, this is what I didn't want to have happen at any time ever, and it just did. There's a truck behind me who's on my ass now, wants me to go. Fortunately, didn't honk the horn at that point. Cars are coming on the lanes here. Now they're stopped. and I turn the key, and this thing is cranking and cranking and cranking and cranking and cranking, and it's not fucking firing. And I hit it again, and it's cranking and cranking and cranking, and I start feathering the gas a bit, and finally I got it to run. And it ran like a bag of shit. But I got it the mile back and parked it and didn't drive it till Tollboy was here, and then it ran okay. I'm wondering if perhaps that was some sort of vapor lock of some kind. I don't know. But anyway, now let's go and see if it'll start. Now, only because the car has been sitting for 2 weeks, I'm going to give it 3 pumps. Otherwise, it's been taking just 1. 1, 2, 3. And there's the misfire. And if I rev it, it's running but misfiring. Don't know if you can hear it, but there's a definite miss there. You can hear something. And maybe you can see it shake. I hear like a valve or something ticking. Now it seems to be running all right again. But again, we're stuck at that like way too fast idle still until I go and take it around the block, and I'm not going to drive it today. Not in the cards, I got other stuff to do. But it started after 2 weeks. Needs a lot of work. Needs a lot of work. Anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe, and take